Today on Cause and Effect, the rise and fall of Sears Canada. Tony, this was Amazon before Amazon existed.
They had it all. I mean, that catalog would show up at your home, and that was a dream. That was your aspirations. That was your adventure in the middle class. You'd go through this catalog, you'd tear corners. They did movies about it with BB guns. I often said the Canadian Tire ad with the bicycle was really built on the whole sort of insight that people just loved this magic of the book and imagining getting a lot of the stuff.
So what happened between getting the Sears wish book and the Amazon effect that is largely blame or credit, depending on your perspective, for the demise of the general department store?
Well, the department store had it great for a long time. They got free rent. They were the anchor tenant. If I had a shopping center and I got a Sears or a Bay, I could sell it all out because they brought the traffic in. And then they fell asleep. They got out-specialized by specialty retailers. I now went to Sleep Country for a mattress, Toys R Us for my toys. The customer service, appliances, again, personalized service. And Sears started cutting back. There were people on the floor. Next thing you know, it was a big, empty, self-serve box. No one's going to walk up go up five escalators to find something that they could buy at a bungalow kind of store that you had with a Walmart. So they just lost the plot.
To what do you attribute that? Is it ego? Was it we were the big shots in the retail industry? I don't have to worry about a specialty shop.
Yeah, you start, getting cut with paper knives, like 1,000 paper knives. You don't really feel it. Oh, that's just a bit of market share. We'll get it back. We're Sears. They're going to come back for our toy department. Oh, they're going to come back for our windows. And they ignore it. Then there's so much fat in the system when you're that successful that long. You start cutting your way to growth. And then one day you wake up and go, there's nothing left to cut, and I don't have any consumers left to sell.
I was fascinated that of the 12,000 employees, they had 800 at the head office alone. It seemed like a remarkable amount of fat for a company that had to be as lean as it was not in the Amazon era.
If you ever saw the head office, it was the most bizarre place. It had escalators. It made it look like a department store. Most inefficient space. It was not collaborative. Lots of hierarchy that went in there.
What about perception, though? Because there's an element that said, oh, the department store, that was where grandma shopped. I go to the specialty retailers because I'm getting something more than just that big box, 5-story experience.
Yeah, it comes right down to the user experience, the consumer experience. If I want a mattress, I want to go where there's specialized people. Lots of inventory, perception of a better price. Guarantees are going to come in with their little boots. Everybody perfects their specific model, and department store becomes a generalist. It doesn't stand for anything. Like Winners, it stands for a treasure hunt. Dollarama, an affordable treasure hunt. Walmart, you know you're going to get a great price. Costco, meat. But when I thought of Sears, I didn't think of anything.
When Sears started selling off the stores, or as the critics argued, burning the furniture to heat the house, one of the biggest complaints was about Eddie Lampert. He took that money from those leases they sold, and instead of plowing it back into the business, he sent it southbound to his pocket. What could that cash have accomplished for Sears Canada?
I think they still had a brand name at the time, but they would have had to have gone online, put all their chips across the table and say, we're going to reinvent the catalog experience, but instead of a drift net, one catalog for all, we're going to fly fish. I'm going to go right to you and give you exactly what you're looking for, and then I'm going to go to Tony and give what he's looking for. And this person who's got this algorithm, I'm going to put that catalog in front, always trying to trade you up and sell you up and seduce you that way, and realize the concept of bricks and mortar for Sears were done.
So there was a lack of use of the data, the big data that comes with your Sears card. Every time you plop that down, Sears knew exactly what you were buying, how old you were, what your demographics were. And you're saying they didn't effectively take advantage of that.
Didn't take it. They ended up selling off their credit card business. They sold off their big brand names like Mastercraft, which was one of the, it was like President's Choice for, I mean, that was a powerful brand name that kept, again, just selling off, selling off, selling off. And at the end, you lose the data, you lose the intelligence on the consumer. You don't even have somebody at the cash register saying, hey, good to see you again. What did you think of that rug you bought? Well, you know what, I've got something else to show you. You lose all of that personality, all of that humanity, and all you are is a big, empty, vertically stacked warehouse.
It's interesting that you suggest that they could have targeted the consumer specifically with the catalog. One might think in the Amazon era, why would you print off a catalog? But when you talk to companies like grocery store chains, they say that printed paper is critical to the foot traffic necessary to get people in the door.
It's proven, and they look at it mathematically, you know how much it drives. But I would take this, someone's going to buy this brand name URL, and if they're smart, they're going to bring back the catalog. Everybody else is going digital. So what everybody's zigging, zag over here, put a beautiful printed piece, again, customized to you with digital printing, very easy, customized to you. You go through it and go, this is my store. I know exactly what he likes. He likes striped ties with blue shirt. I'm going to give him 2 other things that he's even thought about. Do what Amazon. I'm even going to send you stuff you haven't even ordered. And if my predictive modeling is right, you'll have a high propensity to buy.
See, that's interesting because when my iPad screen is off, there's nothing on that screen. But when my catalog is sitting on the coffee table, I still have that nonstop, constant advertisement for whatever that catalog is every time my eye passes it.
And you know what? If you start understanding who you are, it doesn't have to be just stuff. I could sell you golf trips. Oh, you like fly fit. Oh, you got a young child. You want to have an experience. You're divorced. You only get your child 2 weeks a year. I'm going to sell you the ultimate getaway with your kid vacation that makes you feel like you're still their parent. That's what you can do with algorithms nowadays, but it takes imagination and courage. And all Sears thought is somehow or other people are going to come back and buy the pots and pans that were collecting dust on the shelf.
I wonder if they even still have that kind of deep data to mine once the whole procedure is done. You know, Sears in the U.S. isn't doing very well either.
They've lost the plot. They're still, you know, it's very hard to be bricks and become clicks. I mean, Amazon does it very well because that's all they're doing, and now they're using distribution points. They're playing some flanker games against Walmart. But in general, it's very hard to be both because you've got this real estate, you've got the window dressers, shopping, the the holiday displays, all this stuff going on here, and over here somebody else is perfecting this user experience, this vending machine that's called your phone, one click and you buy it. And it's tough to be both. It really are 2 completely different businesses.
You mentioned the Christmas thing. If anything, I found myself in department stores at Christmas because as a male, I'm literally doing my shopping the day before Christmas, and I'm going up and down the aisles looking for ideas. I wonder with the liquidation that's now expected going into the shopping season, what that means for Christmas shopping season 2017.
Well, it's going to be a disaster because you're flooding a lot of stuff on the marketplace, so it's going to create a lot of instability in the retail channels, the bricks channels. A lot of people are going to be going in there. If you're smart, though, and you have to be located near a Sears store, get your focus on that right now because there'll be a lot of people coming in, and hopefully you can siphon off some of those consumers and bring them into your store. So if you're near a Sears store, wake up right now to the opportunity for the next 14 or 16 weeks. There's going to be traffic that you haven't seen in a long time.
Tony Chapman is the founder of Tony Chapman Reactions.